Georgia isn't just an ally of the United States, it's a symbol for how a country can transform itself into a free society. The media have covered the violent conflict between Georgia and Russia very well, putting the violence in context. But something further to note is Georgia's move to free market capitalism since the early 1990s. Georgia became independent in 1991 when the Soviet Union collapsed. Since then, the country has suffered the same birth pains of other post-Soviet nations, including transforming their economy from top to bottom and aligning themselves with the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the organization created to defend Europe from aggression. The Wall Street Journal and the Heritage Foundation's 2008 Index for Economic Freedom lists Georgia as the 32nd most economically free country out of 157. The index says that Georgia is 69.2% free. Why? Highly flexible employment regulations, privatization of state-owned enterprises, and business freedom. Starting a business takes an average of 11 days compared with the world average of 46 days in Georgia. Georgia hovered just above 40% in 1995, making their free market transition even more significant. But the economic damage may have already been done. Lionel Laurent of Forbes.com said the president of Georgia could be dealing with a major loss of international confidence because of the conflict. Laurent said foreign investment recently grew to $1 billion in Georgia, and investors might not want to bring their money to a place that is so volatile. Georgia was also on its way to joining NATO, thanks to influence from the West. At their summit in Bucharest, NATO leaders agreed Georgia would become a member of the organization once it had met the technical requirements of membership.
The NATO leaders also welcomed Georgia's Euro-Atlantic aspirations for membership and agreed that it too will become a member, adding that the alliance would seek to make progress with Georgia on its map application, similar to Ukraine's.
But now, with the current Russian aggression, experts say Russia's agenda goes beyond Georgia's membership in NATO and South Ossetia. Dr. Ariel Cohen, Senior Research Fellow in Russian and Eurasian Studies and International Energy Security at the Heritage Foundation.
The 5 goals of the Russians in the Caucasus were to get Georgian troops from South Ossetia and from the remnants of Abkhazia that were still in the Georgian hands, to gain control of a strategic pipeline of 1 million barrels a day from the Caspian to Turkey, the only big pipeline the Russians didn't control in the region, to prevent Georgia from joining NATO, and send a very strong message to Ukraine that if Ukraine attempts to join NATO, it'll be next.
The European Bank for Reconstruction and Development said Georgia's economy would slow from near double-digit growth. The economy grew 9.3% in the year to March. For the Business and Media Institute, this has been the Biz Flog.